Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nerd Fusion podcast. This is episode 20 for August 31st, 2015, and we are here on location at PAX Prime 2015. Lots of background noise. You know, we're totally not piping this in right now. It's actually authentic and not pre-recorded.
What if we did? What if I just walked around?
Just recorded the audio on your iPhone or something like that?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Show the studio.
We need convention B-roll to just put behind it.
I was live streaming at the Intel booth yesterday, and so many people were like, "Nice green screen pause, making yourself look like you're at PAX." Like, it was ridiculous.
When I was there, I didn't actually ended up playing a game. I don't think you played a game either.
No, I just
I was the only one, and I hated it because there's a big screen, and I was playing Rocket League, and I was doing so bad. I'm like,
just you.
If people are watching this, they are probably shaking their
playing
head.
Hearthstone.
I was playing Hearthstone and getting judged by the audience behind me because I kept losing.
I just kept getting interrupted by people behind me. Just constant feed.
I just concentrate.
I didn't even bother playing a game, and I just made the camera full screen. And so the game that I was playing was creeping out the people that were congregating around the show floor, because what we were streaming was also being shown on a 37-inch TV right above us. Yeah. And so my face was like gigantic. Everyone in the entire show floor could see my face.
I just kept Rocket League up there, so I wouldn't creep people out.
Yeah, I saw what you did, but then I saw you. I'm like, what the heck are these guys doing?
I kept just staring at the camera.
Just staring at people.
It took me 30 minutes to get my password. I had to reset my Twitch password and stuff because I don't know it. And I typed it in from my phone. I just couldn't get it right with so many characters.
Randomly generated 200 character passwords are just not a smart idea.
I mean, it is a very smart idea.
It's not very portable.
Idea.
I had that issue when I bought my car. My password was so in all these programs, trying to get it out to log into something was
your car.
Yeah, they wanted to check my bank account.
Right. Yeah, I was there.
That was a pain in the ass.
So we're here in console free play.
So you may hear lots of games.
We're right next to a Wii. Is that a Wii U?
Yeah.
Wii U.
Yeah.
And,
we actually,
I don't know what that is.
We reserved one of them just so that we could have the spot, but we're not actually playing it. So, I mean,
you actually reserved one?
They went out there.
A1.
Yeah.
But we're actually not even at A1. We're across.
So we have a Super Mario game.
I was wondering, should that game be back on the shelf?
Wait, did you not tell them we were recording a podcast?
No. No, I just reserved A1.
You just reserved A1.
And then they're like, what game would you like? I'm like, I don't care. What if just grab the first
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, God. So she actually gave you a game. So we have a game.
They gave you a good one.
I had to give them my driver's license as collateral for the controllers.
That's really funny. The lady over there that is desanitizing everything, she's got
she's gonna
desanitizing is the opposite of
sanitizing.
So she's actually sanitizing.
What's she doing? Putting
I don't know.
Needles,
her job is to spit on all the controllers.
Yeah, she's rubbing her hands on everything.
But I thought you desanitized stuff.
No, you don't. Desanitize is not a word.
I mean, maybe you desanitize stuff.
I don't know.
I think you're thinking
she's
of
sanitizing,
disinfect.
and every time we get loud, she's looking back over here and just smiling.
We should all just stare at her.
She has this cool Pokemon Letterman jacket, though.
She does. She graduated.
She totally does.
She's the top trainer.
Yeah. Pokemon trainers.
Gotta clean them all.
So Waffle isn't here because
he's being a baby.
His boo is downstairs.
He didn't want to walk up the stairs.
He didn't want to walk upstairs. His boo is casting, and he wanted to be on camera with her.
God forbid he takes 5 minutes.
They're inseparable.
So he's totally here. He's just not here.
I hate the word boo.
Well, I
don't know.
It's good that I used it in that context.
I guess, but I don't want to hate her. I kind of want to
I mean, you don't hate her.
I just hate the word boo, but that paints her in a negative light.
I don't know.
It's okay, boo.
If Andrea was here.
Yeah.
And she was casting. Oh God, heaven!
That'd be funny.
I would love
that needs to happen. I think we'd be recording
Would you come up here and do the podcast?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I think it'd be funny if she ran into a technical problem and just broke down on screen. There's people live and on Twitch. And no one's helping her. I'm an asshole of a husband, aren't I?
Yeah, you are, and that's I think in this case perfectly acceptable.
All right, good.
Because you're not a father yet.
Yeah. 21 more days.
Oh my God, dude.
Jesus.
Wow, it's coming up fast.
That's
too fast.
That's 3 podcasts.
Don't put it in that context. That makes it sooner.
Wow, episode 23, live from the hospital.
So it is Monday. normally record these on Sunday. They go up at Monday night at midnight.
And we tried to record this.
I'm going to try to get this one up within the 24 hours of Monday, so that we're still somewhat legitimized.
In that threshold.
Yeah.
We did try to record yesterday.
We were
Twitch
so
said
busy.
it was like, so at the Twitch booth, they have some private little like conference room type things in the Twitch booth, and Twitch said that we could use one, and then we're about to record, and then some like esports team showed up with
Something
their
faker?
like
yeah,
serious
one guy, faker.
Yeah.
serious like security guards looking like they were straight from Afghanistan, like
Ready
you
to
know,
take a
armed.
bullet for him.
like
you know?
they've joined.
Yeah.
They've now gone private.
The Twitch guy said he was
enforcement.
armed. And so apparently, I was looking at the autograph signing thing for the week, and I guess on Friday evening, Faker was doing a signing session. I was wondering, like, I looked at the big list, and there's always 6 or 7 people on the list. But on that day, at that time slot, it was just Faker. I was like, God, could they just not find anybody else to like fill it? I didn't know who it was, so I was like, could they just like not find anybody to fill this up? And apparently, like, they weren't even allowed to have like us could not be back there at that time, like contractually or something.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
cleared the entire. It was staff and him.
Staff and him
Yep.
and his bodyguards. And
Yeah,
Yes.
it's weird because like we
Thing.
got back from the Intel booth and we went behind like in the Twitch booth and to like try and find time to record the podcast, and then all I hear is like move, and like
Yep.
he pushes all of us
Yeah.
and we have to like walk around, and then this big bulky guy just like
And then for an hour, or at least probably a couple hours, while he was in there, there's this security guard. You know, totally looked like Secret Service or something. You
Yeah.
know, like
Dude, that was
he
I've
had
seen
the
a lot of
suit.
security guards. That was a big dude.
He
Yeah.
was huge, and he was
Yeah.
just standing there, stone
Oh my
still,
God.
just
Yeah.
staring around.
You could crack a man in half easily.
Every time, I watched him for a long time. I think he started looking at me because I
yeah,
was
same
looking
here.
at him
Yeah.
so
That's the
much.
same thing,
Maybe that's his job, is just to look at everybody in the eye and
Yeah.
just like freak him out.
right?
He
Because
scans
every
the
single
audience.
time our eyes met, I was like,
I was like, oh, Jesus
look
Christ.
away, God.
He thinks I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill him now. Now he thinks
Right.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Am I posing
Yeah.
a threat now? Or
But like
God?
every so often, like probably every 5-10 minutes, you would see him just like take out his phone slowly, like very slyly, and then just briefly look down for a second at his phone, and then right back up. Like,
Yeah.
So there is some human
so
inside
he was.
of him.
So that told me that he's an actual human being. He's
Yeah.
not like a
Right.
robot or anything. But we were so like busy. Like I think we've rescheduled when we're gonna record this podcast like 4 times now.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we're just been so busy. Today is like Monday. It's the day that never existed until last year. And so today is kind of the day I'm not doing.
It's a little
I'm
more
not
chill.
doing anything.
I'm streaming from the Twitch booth later.
Nice.
You are.
Yeah.
What are you streaming?
I'm just gonna talk. I'm just.
Oh,
Gonna,
really? Are you gonna put your face on the TV again?
Well, Twitch booth doesn't have one of those
that
big
sucks.
TVs.
Oh, you're
They
gonna be
should.
actually like where the
Yeah.
signing is.
Yeah.
There's an area next
Like
to that.
in the Twitch
where you
booth,
can
yeah.
broadcast from. That's
So
what
that's-
actually Waffles.
Yeah.
I keep calling her Waffles Boo. She's actually a human being.
Yeah.
Her name is
She has
Nikki, and
feelings.
she's very nice.
I'm streaming at Intel and have my meet and greet today.
God, you're slamming
So-
the table.
When's
So
your meet and greet?
that is worth noting that any like sarcasm or negativity that comes up when we're talking about Waffle's girlfriend has nothing to do with Waffle's girlfriend. She's very nice and we all like her. We just like giving Waffle crap.
Yes, it's more fun. It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
How often do we get to give Waffle shit about this, right?
Right,
It's when
exactly.
she's here, which is now. So, yeah.
I think I've seen him like a total of 20 minutes this weekend.
I have not seen him at all.
Yeah.
I've seen them quite a few
But-
times, and it's usually like,
They're usually brief.
for example, like we went from dinner to go hang out at a lounge somewhere. They had both been drinking a lot, and she was wearing these like 4-inch heels because she's like 4 feet tall, right? So she's got
Yeah.
these huge heels on, and she's staggering drunk. And with those heels, that's a bad idea, right? And so Waffle, who's also very drunk,
Oh, jeez.
picks her up and is carrying her down the street to Seattle.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's a good thing she's really light.
Yeah.
She is
And
very,
I'm just
very
waiting for
tiny.
them both to just tumble over and
Yeah.
have to like.
Because Waffle's pretty lanky. Like,
Yeah.
he looks like if he picked up her, he would snap too. His
I could probably pick up the both of them
At the
Yeah.
same
at the
time.
same time.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think, like, is there like an Uber ambulance service or something in case they just...
Uber ambulance.
No, but there's Uber Mad Max.
That
That's pretty
is
awesome.
sick.
Dude, that is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, because they're promoting the launch of the Mad Max game that's about to come out, and there are like cars rolling around that are like straight out of the movie, and they actually got some of those to be Uber cars for the day. So you can hire a Mad Max Uber and drive around Seattle.
They're free.
They're
So
free-
how that
they're
works
free
is
if you
when you
get
go
it.
into the app and you're in this tiny little area, it'll say if you enter this Mad Max promotional code, you will have a chance of getting a Mad Max Uber. And if you get into one of those, it's free and it's driven by the stunt drivers who drove in the actual thing,
That's insane.
which is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
We should have recorded the podcast there.
Right?
From
In
an
it?
Uber.
From the Uber. That would be awesome.
So loud and horrible. There's two
And
things here that
we-
impress me.
We wouldn't have any conversation on that podcast. It would just us be sitting there
Just
going,
sound.
I live, I die, I live again.
There's the two things that impressed me, like on a big scale, was that, and then across the street from the convention center, at kind of like one of the ancillary buildings, out of the window is this massive Magic the Gathering
Yeah.
Line or
thing.
something.
Yeah.
I guess it's coming out of the concrete and going into
Yeah,
the window.
into the
Yeah, there's
building.
one arm that's smashing into the window of the building, and another one that is smashed into a police car.
Yep.
And the
Another
police
holding a
car,
light, too.
like the whole front end of the police car is smashed into the ground, and the back end of the tires are up in the air, and they put a
Yep.
smoke machine underneath
Dude, the
it.
wheel
wheel
even
spins.
spins.
The
Like,
back
wheel
yeah,
spins.
it's crazy how much work
so
went into that.
cool.
Insane. Like that is by far the coolest mega scale thing that is
Yeah.
here.
Easily.
On day 0, I saw that, but it was still wrapped in plastic.
Oh, really?
Before the reveal, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching that, looking at that, and I'm like,
What is-
I want to be the guy whose job it is to just take a knife to all that plastic and like wrap the unwrap thing.
Unwrap it and reveal it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know what it was. I knew it was magic because they had
Right,
the
they had
windows
magic
that said
signs.
Magic the
on them.
Gathering.
Yep.
So that was clearly a thing.
The snapping of the street light
Yeah.
is so good. And it's so detailed. Like there's two different tones of tiles, of concrete tiles right next
Like
to it.
where like the roots come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it comes up, and then those are the actual painted tiles that are like
Yeah, so it's like
around
the same
it.
color and everything. It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous
Yeah.
how well detailed that is. It's like one of these things you can only use it one time in one
Yeah.
place.
And
You're gonna throw all this away afterward because there's nowhere else to use it.
right.
Exactly.
Well, see, that's the thing with the one of the best booths that I've been to. Sorry for tapping the table. One of the best booths that I went to was the Minecraft story mode from Telltale Games, and they have the booth for that is really well done. It reminds me a lot of the Greg Aronowitz stuff at Minecon, like glowstone lamps and like actual Minecraft chests and stuff.
Yeah.
So I heard a rumor that entire Minecraft set is just going to be thrown away at the end of PAX. So when I went to play Minecraft Story Mode, I was totally like, I live here. I could just bring my truck by if you're going to throw stuff out.
What did they say? Anything?
Well, they gave me their card and told me to contact
You also got
them.
the exhibitor badge, so you can stay
Uh-huh,
behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
legit.
going to try to make this happen.
We
See,
can get exhibitor badges to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the floor closes at 5 today. Is that right?
Yeah.
No, 7. Wait. what
No,
is-
it's definitely not.
6.
It's
It
5.
says 6.
6?
Yeah, I'm looking at the back of my badge right now. It does
Well,
say 6.
I think
Yeah,
it's
6
isn't the
p.m.
expo hall closing at 5, but then like the closing ceremony.
My
are
meet
at
and
5
greet
to
is
6.
until
It says-
5:30, so it has to be at least 6.
Yeah, it says Expo Hall hours. till 6.
Okay. I think
Okay.
the coolest one was the Dark Souls.
Oh,
one,
the
though.
blood
Fountain-
spraying one.
the fountain.
Fountain,
Yeah, they had like this
actual like
this
black
guy
blood squirting
with
out
the
of it.
sword in him, and his like light, his body's like illuminated, and like the black water's coming up, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
saw
is-
that at E3, but I guess at E3 that was the exact same exhibit, but the water was clear.
oh really?
Yeah, so I guess they were just like,
Let's save it for something bigger.
let's make
Yeah.
this water black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
It
so
looks
cool.
amazing,
It does,
yeah.
black water.
And the thing about Dark Souls 3 here is that it's actually there's 2 stations here where you can play it, but it's in somebody else's booth and nobody knows that it's there. So there's no line or anything. And so I've talked to several casters who are like, Dark Souls casters who were just like randomly walking around PAX and then just saw Dark Souls 3 on a screen, like no line, just sitting there. It was like, is this really happening right now? They just grabbed the controller. I'm playing Dark Souls 3. This is the weirdest
I played it for like 20 minutes because I walked up to the Razer booth and it's just there.
Yeah.
No
That's where I
line.
played it, actually.
Yeah, I talked to 3 or 4 people that had that same experience.
Yeah.
No
I
line
just
or
walked on
nothing.
I'm gonna check that out today. I have to.
It is awesome.
At the Dark Souls booth, they give you a timer, and it's not very long. And there, you can play until you want, you know?
That's cool.
It feels like Dark Souls. Which
does.
is all I wanted, right?
Yeah.
It feels like, just give me more Dark Souls.
Dark Souls with the Bloodborne graphic level.
Yeah. It's Dark Souls, which
Yep.
is, I mean, it's a formula that they've done so well now that it's kind of hard to screw up as long as they just do more of the same. You know, there's a lot of games where you want things to change, right? You want a whole bunch of new stuff in the next iteration. This was like, nah, just give me more Dark Souls.
Yep.
More story,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just keep it
Exactly.
going. Keep more
More
bosses.
stories, new bosses.
Done.
We're done.
Yeah, you just
That's all
want
that
an
you want from the game.
want an excuse to get back into that world again
Exactly.
and just
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah. So that was fun. We live here now, so we don't have to travel.
Well,
that
Moss
has been
has to-
amazing.
I travel.
Well, some of us, yeah.
So, but it's the easiest convention to come to, so I'm not too upset about that. I drive.
Yeah.
Don't have the pressure of like, what the hell do I put in my suitcase? But
I didn't have
wanted
that
to.
pressure because, like, I forgot my razor the first day, and I just drove back home.
You almost got the
Yeah.
1 hour Amazon razor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's
Chad did,
Chad got
though.
the 1 hour Amazon razors. Yeah, I did not.
Yeah, I've been driving home every day, sleeping in my own bed.
See, I can't wait to do that.
I'm
I
still,
can't.
yeah, I'm
Oh, okay.
still, yeah, my car's in a parking garage just right next door, and I'm still only getting about 3 hours of sleep at night, which is what I always get at PAX. So it's the same amount of sleep, but it's sleep in my bed.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
definitely
Yeah.
better.
We you were at the studio yesterday,
Yep.
and the power was out.
Freaking power.
And I
was
now
out for
have
half
the
of
real
it.
reason.
Yeah.
Like last week, the power went out on Sunday night at like the exact same time. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, okay. Obviously, they're working on something on Sunday nights when nobody's at the studio.
Right.
No. Last week was indeed maintenance. Like they were doing maintenance. This week, trees fell over in Bellevue and in Redmond, which is kind of where our studio
with that
office
wind,
area
eh?
is.
There
And,
was a lot of wind, yeah.
that is like apparently like I got this email from our landlord like, hey, trees fell over, there's holes in the roof in some places.
Oh my gosh.
If you find any water, let us know.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And we
man.
actually just had one of our like roof tiles repaired.
Please tell me we have insurance for this kind of thing.
I mean, we have insurance. Yes.
If a tree comes through my soundstage,
I don't think a tree came through our soundstage. No, I don't think it was
I mean,
that
I've
bad.
I've got all the windows in my room. Like if a tree's
It's just
gonna
the
fall
roof
over.
is kind of like tinny.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, it's just like an aluminum like style roof with some bracing underneath it.
Right.
And
See, I think
so,
if a
yeah.
tree falls on the roof, you have to be streaming for that, so it goes
Yeah.
viral.
Exactly.
Makes
Yep.
it worth it, you know.
Yeah.
Just don't die.
Dude, how freaking crazy would that be? We're sitting there like, oh geez, could you imagine us doing a podcast and a tree
And a
just
tree.
falls in
Right
front
on
of
the
the camera?
table.
Oh my god, can we stage this? Can we make this happen?
See
Yeah.
now, watch. Ironically, it's gonna happen, and people are gonna be like,
You planned
Stage.
this.
You did it.
Yeah.
Dude, why would I stage something where we destroy the office? I'm bad enough there's paint on the floor. Like, oh my god, could you imagine? Yeah, we're also working on the internet, right? Because we've had internet issues,
Kind of comes and goes lately.
which is just sort of the normal thing when you're using consumer-grade internet. But our enterprise-level fiber lines are being installed within the next couple of weeks. I just got the confirmation of that today, yesterday.
Hashtag
Yay.
soon.
And so,
A couple weeks, you said?
yeah, a couple weeks.
Nice.
I don't want to give any dates out because
Sure,
if
yeah.
they change their dates, then whatever. But we had to get like permits from the city and stuff like that to be able to run the fiber
Gotta
lines.
run new lines and whatever.
There's a little bit of construction that has to be done, so they have to like tear some stuff up. But it should be all right. So yeah, we can expect in the next few weeks to have that awesome fiber line. And there's some improvements to our streams that we can't talk about that hope you might just notice
Yeah.
over the next little while. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say it, but you might notice it. Maybe bring this up as a bad idea because everyone's gonna be like looking at our broadcast like.
Yeah, it'd be terrible if everyone were
it's
to
a
look
little
at our
bit brighter. I
broadcast.
can't tell.
What's going? Why is the pixels looking a little bit better?
Yeah.
It'd be a real shame if people were to look at our broadcasts.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
I know.
God, why would people
God,
watch
please
this?
don't do that.
Now they're gonna like watch.
know.
You can expect it.
I feel as though, like, when I came into this on Friday, I was like, I don't even feel like I'm at a convention. I just feel like people are visiting the city I live in.
Right.
Yep.
It's been so much less stress
I've had no stress.
than all the others.
None.
Yep.
Living here, like, what happens for me is that every time I go to a convention, you know, between airplane and hotel and everything, you end up spending like $3,000 to get here and,
It's
and to
expensive.
stay.
Oh yeah, it's just being here. We've paid rent.
Yeah.
We've covered our rent costs by not staying in hotels and stuff here.
Yeah, and so when you invest that much in a trip, all of PAX then becomes me going like every second I need to be like doing something, you know. Otherwise, it's like
Yeah.
I'm just like
Not worth
tossing
it.
money into
Burning
the wind.
that cash.
Yeah, like I'm not just gonna go chill alone in a hotel room when I paid $3,000 to get to this convention.
Yep.
So, but all of that stress gone when I live here.
Yep.
And I feel like
You
even
know?
though I was not stressed or had too much I guess there was a pretty big day that was planned out. But like I feel like I got so much accomplished.
Yeah,
So much more accomplished this time than any previous time. And it's probably just because I was so flexible. Like I was like, oh well, I don't have to fly out anytime, so let's go.
Yeah.
Well, and if it hadn't been for the crazy week leading up to this, I probably would have been feeling really well rested. But it was a great, like, leading right up to PAX was Vlogger Fair and then Amazon.
Yeah, you guys had a
and
lot
then,
to
and
do.
then my television interview.
It was a pretty long
Oh
week.
wait, we haven't had
Yeah.
a podcast since that happened.
We haven't had a podcast since that happened.
Oh, I
no.
should talk about
Well,
that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's finish up this one subject first. Why are there like half a ceiling tile in this? Okay,
Right, because
I'm
that's
not
not a tangent.
even, no, I don't know. I just like noticed half a
Yeah,
ceiling
We can
tile.
talk about
Put it
his
out.
tangent, but not yours.
Exactly. This is PAX adjacent. Yeah, so no, I think I have had a great time at PAX. This is the last day, so we can kind of do our, a nice recap of the
Yeah.
experience. When do you leave, Paz?
I leave tomorrow.
Oh,
We're gonna head out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here for like a live podcast. Is this the first time? This is the first time.
It's
you've
not really
been-
live, but I understand what you mean.
Well,
Yeah.
In person
living
contact.
we can smack your face.
Please don't do
like,
that.
in
Yeah.
person right
there was
now.
a lot of people on Twitter like, "Oh, is Paz gonna be on this week's podcast live?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes, it's gonna be great."
And then we almost didn't.
And we was to do a podcast. I swear, we were doing a
It's
podcast.
that freaking power outage,
Almost.
man. We had that all planned and everything.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were gonna invite a bunch of friends out to our studio for a tour and stuff.
Yeah.
Freaking power's out.
Freaking trees.
That didn't work out too well. I think the only thing I'm doing today that I like really want to do is not be here. I think we're gonna go to a camera store that's like right down the way and like just hang out and see what kind of production stuff
Nice.
they have
Yeah.
down there. And here it's just like hang out with friends and say goodbye. Oh, it's like the worst part.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
saying goodbye and they're leaving and we're not.
I know, we're staying.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah, but you're not going that far.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But
Yeah.
it always sucks to say goodbye, because like whenever like we all get together, it's always just like fun moments.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so special, you know.
PAX Sadness is going to start tomorrow.
Dude, I
Everyone
hate that.
leaves.
I haven't noticed anybody here so far with PAX, but it takes a
Yeah.
few days maybe
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, but I mean,
East was like everyone like bred in your system for a week before it started showing.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
god, I hope
bad.
that's not what happens.
Yeah.
Kind of do.
Because like
I
usually,
think Coke Carnage kind of single-handedly saved everyone from PAX Box. 'Cause he's got. Did you see
Yeah,
this yet?
the hand
Yeah,
sanitizer.
Yeah.
he was passing out little bottles of hand sanitizer with his face on it. It like the link to his Twitch page.
yeah,
We've
Curse,
got,
was-
we've got ones from Curse.
Completely
that are the
brilliant.
same.
I was, yeah.
So these are weird. Okay, so Chad, OMG Chad, looked at this and was like, "Hey, clearly this is mouth spray."
because it comes in little
Yeah.
pumps, like a
He
spray
sprayed
pump.
it in
yeah,
his mouth?
he's like, I looked at him. He's like, "Ooh, some mouth spray." He sprayed it like, he's like,
Yeah.
"This is a mouth spray."
I've never seen hand sanitizer in a spray form
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this, and
I have,
it really
yeah.
does look like mouth spray.
But
It
it's
does,
so
yeah.
cool because like they had like a little keychain attachment, so you can put it like on your backpack and everything.
Oh, I think I'm running out.
Yeah.
But what he did apparently was he looked at the back to where it says like information, and he thought that was like caloric intake and stuff like that. It wasn't drug facts.
Right.
So
it
he was
wasn't
like-
in
he-
case of
This is
accidental
like
ingesting.
exactly warning.
What-
Oh my God, there probably is.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, external use only, right?
It was only a little spray,
Rinse-
so I think he's
Rinse
fine.
with water to remove, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, he just sprayed like this into his mouth.
Ew.
Oh,
Which is pretty
wow.
freaking awesome.
And
Yeah,
if it-
so we have a lot of stories from PAX, but we'll
We
probably
do.
tell you those on stream.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think, like, we need time. I don't know if you guys feel like this too, but like I have to have time after a big thing like this to just mentally go through everything
Just
and
yeah,
digest
just,
it. It's all sitting in like storage, like very light flash storage right now.
Yeah.
And I got to move it into the archives so I can recover it.
I tend to take a bunch of pictures, and I'll take pictures of just random crap that serve no purpose other than to remind me of that moment.
Yeah.
It'll be like a picture of a street pole or something, and it's just so that I remember that oh yeah, I remember that corner and running into that one guy, and then this thing happened,
Yeah.
you know, and then that's my trigger for telling stories on the stream.
Triggered, like
Triggered.
tumblers. See, for me, like
Tumblr.
I love going to these conventions because like after like right now I'm just like I can't wait to go home and like live stream and record. I always feel inspired after like just meeting like all the fans and seeing brand new games to look forward to. It's just like I want to get back to work,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. Get
But
back into
the
it.
post-con blues will kick in and I won't do it.
Well,
Exactly.
if you ever get sad, you
I
can
don't
just
know,
come
I'm
to the
pretty
studio and
motivated
start
to do it.
building your soundstage.
Like I just miss streaming.
Yeah.
Like yesterday
true.
when I was at the Intel booth, I was like,
I love that hour.
shit, I miss streaming.
Dude,
Yeah,
when you said
me too.
wrap it up, I'm like, oh, this sucks. I wanted to play more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was only on there for 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
like,
You didn't even
fuck.
play a game. You were just chatting.
I just miss chat.
Yeah. It was fun us being all there together streaming
Yeah.
at the same time.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait for it.
I can't wait to stream again because it'll like I haven't had a proper stream since I was on the local news, and I want to know like how many people come in and be like, I saw you on the news last night.
But I'll bet they didn't include the part. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yeah,
or-
Yeah. I mean, do we have time for me to tell this story?
Just quickly explain it.
Okay, so while we were at Vlogger Fair, Chris Perillo, the guy that runs Vlogger Fair, introduced us to a reporter who was there. And the reporter wanted to do a story about PAX, and we told him what we do and stuff, and he was like, oh, well, that sounds good. And so he decided to come out and interview me for a local story. So Wednesday, he comes out to our studio. He talked to Sev for a while, and he talked to me, and he got like B-roll footage. They had me like pretend to be walking into work in the morning kind of thing. But then we're like, we're not going to let you film our actual studio. So we had them, like, I was pretending to walk into somebody else's office building.
Yeah, that's not our office building.
Which was
Like, you guys
hysterical.
went far away.
But anyway, so he comes out, he interviews me, we talk for like an hour, and I fire up the live stream so they can kind of see me doing that. And at one point he asked me about like metrics and like what kind of numbers were, how people judge success or whatever. And I'm like, well, I mean, there's a couple different things. People tend to look at how many live viewers you get when you cast, and I told him that I have 400,000 followers on Twitch, which puts me in roughly the top 50 on Twitch. And he was just kind of smiling, nodding, oh, okay, whatever. And then he interviews Sev, and Sev talked to him about the Twitch subscriber program and how people who subscribe pay $5 a month to support their favorite broadcasters.
Yeah, that wasn't on video. That was just him and I just talking. He was trying to get a lot of background information.
Yeah. And so then the story runs, and I'm reading it, and it says, and like partway through, he talks about how I play Minecraft for a living, and he says, and there's good money to be made. Bacon Donut has 400,000 Twitch subscribers that each pay him $5 a month.
Yeah, that's like really $2 million a month
Yeah.
from subs. I mean, when I read that, I was like, wow, really?
Like, I
We're
know.
good at this?
I'm thinking, man, Twitch must really have messed up my payment stuff because I haven't seen Twitch. And so when he gave me the link to the story that they posted on their website first, and then it was going to air on TV that later. So I replied to him. I'm like, there's some problems. I think we need a redaction of this story. And he said, man, it's going live in 15 minutes. We can't change it. And so
Did he change the text version?
He edited it on the website and just took out that part, but it still ran on the news.
That's funny.
As 400,000 Twitch subscribers. And
it's funny.
And I was like, okay, well, if I'm making $2 million a month apparently, then clearly we need some money mode photoshopping. So I took a picture of myself in front of a green screen and tweeted it and just told the internet to go nuts, photoshopping my face into money. And they did. And then the news guy came back to me later and said, I'm thinking about taking one for the team and doing a retraction story on Monday so that I can show all those pictures that people were tweeting.
That's pretty
So I don't know if he's actually going to do that or not, but if he does, it'll be tonight on King 5 in Seattle.
Oh my God, that advertising. If they advertise us, so
Yeah.
it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
And I have already been stopped by local Seattle people who saw me in that story and think I'm a freaking millionaire.
Really?
There you
Yes.
go,
What do
yeah.
they say?
Like, no, it was all like the worst fan interaction I've ever had was at dinner 2 nights ago. A guy who'd never heard of me or Twitch until he saw that, but he was at the table next to us at dinner, and he just lost his mind. Like, he just kept coming over and be like, okay, I'm gonna let you finish your dinner, and then he just starts talking. He introduced me to his whole family and talking about how his son is a gamer and how annoying that is because he bought him an actual rifle for his birthday, but all he wants to do is play, shoot guns in video games. And he's like, but I bought you an actual 22. Why don't you go shoot that? And I'm like, can I eat my dinner now? And he kept coming back, and I could tell that for him, this was some magical moment, right? Like he had connected with
That's
greatness
funny.
or something.
I wonder if he's like telling the story of how he met like
I'm sure he told everyone he knows.
millionaire in Seattle.
I'm sure I signed like his napkin and like
Yeah, he signed
I
stuff.
signed like 4 or 5 things for this guy. He's
Some
probably
guy you did not know.
no, and who had literally never heard of me until 2 days ago.
That is funny.
awesome.
And who was going on false information. Like,
But I noticed how you didn't correct it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to eat my food. I just thought if I didn't talk back to him that he would just leave. And he kept pulling a Conway, like, I'm gonna let you finish.
Hey, he's running for president.
Okay.
Kanye has
well,
announced that he's going to run for president in 2020.
My God.
Okay then.
So there's that.
Boy.
I mean,
How
it's
ridiculous.
working out well for Donald Trump in terms of publicity, so
Yeah.
it can't be bad for Kanye.
So hey, why not, right? Oh boy, we don't have any questions today
Yeah,
because I don't even have a podcast questions thing available.
Or like internet to be able to pull it up.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. We don't have very much internet here. You'd think after years and years of no cell phone service inside the convention center, the convention center would be like, let's spend, a few tens of thousands of dollars to get some boosters in here.
They should. They
Yep.
really should.
Well, considering how much they charge the booths for internet access,
Yeah.
like they've got the funds to put in a Wi-Fi
Yeah,
thing
we're talking tens of thousands of dollars just to have
for
like,
each booth.
just to have like 20 or 30 megabits. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
I was looking at the attendance, and this is back in 2011, where it's like 70,000 attendees. So, and it's just grown over time too, right? So,
Yeah.
And apparently Seattle just approved the bill for construction for expansion
Of this?
of the convention center.
Oh,
so
nice.
they're going to extend it over the highway and make more buildings over there.
wow.
Damn.
So that's only going to get bigger.
So they're probably going to have like those horizontal conveyor belt things,
Yeah.
like in airports,
That's cool,
Over the
though.
highway.
Yeah,
Oh,
over the highway.
I've got to go
stoked for
over. It
that.
better not go under.
Right.
It's got to go over.
Right?
It's going to be more expensive, so the city will probably hate it. But
It'd be cool, like thick glass, like for the floors. Like you just look down at the
you
cars.
Would not. You'd
You-
Yeah.
I would. I
You
would
would
love that.
throw
I
up.
would
That would be
love that.
awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that would be like, "Oh, I'm not crossing this."
See, in the CN Tower in Toronto, I don't think I could do that because they have like glass floors. People will jump in. It's like the
What?
tallest freestanding building, and people like jump on
on
the
the
glass.
glass. Yeah,
I
that's
don't think
fine.
I could do that. It
Well,
just,
people are going to do that over here.
yeah, but it's not that high,
No, but there's.
You know what? The
Vehicles.
cars, that it'll just soften my landing.
Okay.
Yeah, but like 70,000 people at this con and they're at capacity. and they've already
I feel like it's more than that.
They've already overflowed into all the neighboring hotels and everything they can, and so
Yeah, we had a signing session for Minecraft yesterday, and it was freaking like 5 blocks away.
I didn't even know that hotel existed for.
Yeah.
It was over at the Westin, 5 blocks away.
Wow.
There's another theater over there now, and our line had a ton of people. Like, people were making that journey.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
over
crazy.
there. It was
Yeah.
And we were pretty
Well,
like tuned to our signing.
Like I went to a private showing of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth DLC, and it was in a hotel suite.
I
It
hate
was
my
like-
life.
It was like, yeah, not to rub it in, pause, but he didn't go.
I was late. I had a meeting and I was late. Richard is really mad at me because I didn't show up to that. He's like, I didn't even get an invite.
So yeah, that was.
But that was like in a hotel suite. That's
Yeah.
like an off.
No, but it was the same thing though. Like, there was PAX signs like all in the lobby, and
Oh, was that? Well, they didn't just rent out a hotel suite.
I mean, they did rent out a hotel
Oh,
suite. But I'm
okay.
saying like that is PAX overflow happening into all these like. I swear, at this point, half of the hotel stuff is just filled with PAX like booths and stuff doing things, as opposed to people just sleeping there.
Well, I was with C418 checking in at his hotel, and they said that the day before the convention, their entire hotel, everybody left. Like, not a single room stayed checked in. And then everybody checked in that day.
And the
It was
next day it was
craziest
full.
day. It was the craziest day they've ever
Yeah,
had.
I would not want to work in the service industry here during PAX. That would.
Like that one guy at Dragonfish pissed off at us nerds.
I don't know what y'all are on about.
Oh my
I
god!
enjoyed it.
That guy annoyed me.
He
Yeah.
was salty. He was
Yeah.
so
He was not
pissed.
salty.
He
He
was
was
so
salty.
pissed about all these nerds in his city.
not.
He was. He was like, oh, so here's the
Oh,
story.
like, oh, I know the sun
There was the
burns
sun,
your skin.
and they had like these.
For the first 10 minutes, he was trolling, and then he was a nice guy for the rest of the time.
Okay, we need to back up and tell the whole story. So we go to eat. It's a Chinese restaurant close to the convention center, and they had, whatever.
Called Dragonfish.
And there was these wooden blinds on like shutters.
Yeah.
On the window where we were sitting. The sun was like crazy bright, and it was coming right through there, and the middle pane of the shutters.
But these
were
shutters were like the
lifted
ones you could
up.
like pull up. It was like on this like wooden frame, and it like bended
It had
up. And
it had
everything.
hinges, and it was up in the air and attached to the ceiling on this hook, and it was stupid bright. And so Severus
Takes off
just
his sandals.
hops up on the table to try to grab the hook to take it off, and the restaurant
Before
staff.
I did it, I turned and I looked at him. I knew they were looking. And I turned and said, "Can I do this?" Right? I was being polite. He was
that
like,
guy-
"No, you cannot do this." And I was like,
And
"I understand why I can't."
you could immediately hear the tone in his voice.
Yeah.
Just I have to be polite to you because you're a customer, but you're a freaking moron. Get off my table. You're
Very
like,
like
the
passive
table.
aggressive.
I wasn't on the table.
and he said, "You Seattle people are aggressive up here."
Yeah. And I'm like, fucking right. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll get somebody to do this. And he went and got someone to do it.
He got someone to do it, and then he
Like
came back
10
to
minutes
check
later,
on
though.
us.
10 minutes later.
And he made a crack about how the sun burns our nerd skin.
Yeah. But then he explained it later, right? He obviously, he was trolling, whatever. We had some fun banter. I thought of it like Twitch chat trolls, right? We had some fun banter. I didn't just immediately ban him. I don't do that, right? I have some fun banter.
That'd be cool
I
if you
fuck
could
with
ban
them,
freaking
right?
waiters like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, well, I didn't. And I just fuck with him for a while. He gets it. We have fun, and then he comes back later and says, "Yeah, I'm from Southern California. I just moved up here like 3 months ago."
No, he's like, yeah, it's from California,
No,
man.
see, you think he said it that way
He did.
because
He
you were pissed
told-
off.
No, he
did
totally
not
had to
say
count-
it that way.
He was saying dude and man.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's that guy. It's
Yeah.
fine. But he did not say it with any negative
did.
tone.
He really
no,
did.
he didn't. You thought he said it that way. 'cause
Three
you
of
were
us.
pissed- Yeah, all three of you were pissed off.
I wasn't pissed
I was
off.
having fun.
I was mad because he was
Right.
also really shitty service because he was bitter salty about it.
Salty.
Yes, he was.
Aw.
Bitter salty, bitter sweet.
He
But
kept checking on our drinks
dude,
and everything.
no, he didn't.
It was
We didn't get our drinks for like 10
He made us
minutes.
sit there for about 20 minutes without even giving us water.
Yeah.
We
He
didn't
was
even
a
get
dick.
water.
I had
We
way
didn't even
worse
get
service
And
many
then another
other
server had
times
to come
in the
and
last
clear
4
our
days than
plates.
That was a very
I don't know why,
decent
like,
service.
The restaurant was
This guy
only
sucks.
wasn't even packed. It was like
It was
only
a
halfway
decent
full.
service. The best service was at Crab Pot, but that's because Tim is fucking awesome. Everywhere else, it's just decent, right? You can't, whatever. My thing is, look at us. We just got like 5 minutes of content out of it, right? I would prefer
sure.
to meet interesting people than non-interesting people I'm just gonna fucking forget about.
I definitely agree with you there.
You know what I mean?
Like the lady that almost hit me with a chain last night after karaoke.
Yeah, that's an experience.
I'm never gonna forget that moment.
It's an experience, right? You should love it.
The chain?
Yeah, yeah. The homeless lady. She had locks, padlocks on the end of chains, and was swinging them around, hitting stuff. When we came out of the
What?
like we
Why?
came out of
She probably
karaoke.
saw ghosts.
She was homeless and a bit insane, and a big pack of nerds came out of karaoke at 2 a.m. Being loud, and it like triggered her, and she just flipped out and started swinging chains around and threatening
Dude.
us.
Nerd scanner!
No, I have never seen people climb into Ubers so fast in my life.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
if you have, dude,
pretty
those are, like, the chain itself, never mind the padlock, that
no,
would hurt.
it was legit.
Yeah.
Like she was like breaking the sidewalk with the thing. She was swinging it around and like.
Yeah, that sounds like a
smashing
horror
into
story,
things. We were legitimately terrified.
I can imagine.
And then it ended up with other homeless people nearby that like knew her that like came over and they were like, "What the crap are you doing?" You're like yelling at her, like, "Put that thing away!" And then those guys were saying to us like, "Sorry, folks, you know, everyone okay?"
Something must have
Something
happened.
just happened,
That was like our first big yell from
right?
Yeah.
Dude, I heard a
forgot
couple
we're in the
over
console
there.
area. I'll bet they didn't forget because they're hearing all this background.
I wonder if
Yeah.
they like feel immersed, you know? Do you
Yeah.
feel like you're sitting here with us?
And if so, should we play a background track?
Yeah.
Should
We should have a background noise every time. Like jungle next time.
Well, I think we're good. So we have obviously, we have no questions today. So the questions segment of the podcast.
We'll probably dive into more PAX stuff next weekend too, right?
Yeah, we'll probably. I mean, yeah, we have to have time to digest what has happened
Yeah.
this weekend. And next week, I'm sure we'll come back with some more PAX stories and some of your all's questions,
Yep.
which you can send us to us. Send us to us.
Send us to
us
us.
to
Which you can
us.
send to us.
Podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
That's podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
That's
Podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
That's podcast at nerdfusion.tv.
Did you get that? Where else can they find it?
well, yeah. So you can subscribe to this on iTunes. Hello, all you iTunes people. And you get the RSS feed at n3f.tv/RSS or /podcast.
Slash podcast.
/podcast. Okay. So
N3F
forget
hard
all that.
without notes in
Forget
front of
all
us.
that. Yeah, we have no notes. And we didn't do proper introductions either.
No, we didn't. But
Oh
you know,
well.
we are.
Yeah.
Rip show notes.
That's all.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.